Super Bowl week brings marquees and fun and positivity and excitement. It's the culmination of everything. Usually, the biggest names are walking around Radio Row visiting shows. We've had quite a week here on Up and Adams. Patrick Surtain, generational talent on the show yesterday, future Hall of Famer, probably first ballot. Luke Kuechly on the show this week. We're just like the most incredible guests, and we are ending it with maybe the best argument that will be settled over the next week. Is Eli Manning a first ballot Hall of Famer? I've asked everybody, okay? I'm asking top to bottom. And it's, you got Josh and Chad down there in Hoboken arguing about this in their performance fleeces for 20 years now. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. Like, we finally will get an answer. What does Eli Manning think? He is on the frickin' show today. Kick of Destiny, him and Peyton taking it over. Who's got the edge? How does age, hamstrings, trash talking fit into all of this? Love that FanDuel is doing this. Cannot wait to get into that. And we also have a total stud out of Miami, a Pro Bowl snub, if you will, De'Von Achane on the show. Let's do it. So much to get to on today's show. The great Eli Manning, future Hall of Famer. When does it happen? I can't imagine, Hamilton, you as a Giants fan, haven't thought about this, discussed it. I'm not going to ask you. It's a tough question. Who did we ask that didn't give us a straight answer this week?
Warren Moon.
Warren Moon. He said he's a Hall of Famer. And I said, well, hold on now. Your first ballot, he has 2 Super Bowls. You don't have any. What's the conversation? There's a lot of arguments. It's a sad one that's going to be taken off that list, honestly.
Yeah, no, it's been the topic of discussion since the moment he retired. Is Eli's Hall of Fame case, and I'm glad. Like there was when it started, it was like, does he belong in the Hall of Fame? I think we finally moved past that, and I think most people agree. Like, he's absolutely a Hall of Famer. You don't have the playoff and Super Bowl success that he had, and the sustained success he had in this league, and not make the Hall of Fame. But yeah, we're gonna have to find a new one. I don't know what it's gonna be. Are we going back to LeBron versus Jordan again? Who knows?
It will be who got it right with the kick, who kicked better, who won, who's better than the other. It'll be Peyton versus Eli as the new argument in place. They're doing very cool stuff with FanDuel. It is absolutely everywhere. So we'll get into that. As you know, they're just taking over the FanDuel family. They can do it all. And I'm trying to think what else I wanted to talk to you about with Eli. I know we got De'Von Achane. Listen, this is like a crazy way to go into Super Bowl week with Eli Manning as a guest today. And we are going to New Orleans. We will be traveling. We will be there live pretty much all next week. So tune in. Please subscribe to the YouTube 2-hour shows that'll be on there. It's the best way to get access. Who do you want us to flag down? Who do you want us to go through the Rolodex and try to grab and lasso and entice, maybe with some beignets, a trail of powdered sugar, leading the way to our set there on Radio Row with FanDuel? Do you have any, you know who I want? I'm just going to go. Ready?
Go for it.
Jaden, please say he's going. This is everybody's gotten to meet him. Everybody's like, oh, I met him. I didn't get to meet him. They kept him in bubble wrap for me. I need to meet Jaden. I need to sit with Jaden. I need to feel the Jaden energy. So I'm really, really hoping to get our paws on him. Who do you got?
I mean, to me, it's Burrow. I want to talk to Burrow again. We had our sit down with him at Bengals camp, which
Not
was
a
interesting.
Chance are we getting Burrow.
He was. I know, but I have to dream. We had our sit down with him at training camp. He was locked in like grind mode for the season. I'm interested to see, in a little bit more.
Burrow was pissed when we met him.
Yeah.
We met Burrow after he had a brilliant practice, and Coach Lou threw something at him at the end that he didn't like. And it was as if he lost the Super Bowl. He was Josh Allen on the sideline in Kansas City, freezing his butt off. Like, he was he was unhappy. He was unhappy. That's the standard. People said he was unhappy at the Pro Bowl last night. We'll talk to Eli about it. But listen, have I taught you nothing in the past 10 years of working together? Undersell, over deliver. Do not come out here asking for Joe Burrow. It ain't happening. Okay, let's talk about what's happening. Of course, Pro Bowl Didn't pay much attention to that. Can't wait to talk about Kick of Destiny with Eli, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, all of that. But if we want to dig into the Super Bowl, and we should, we went in on the legacy of the great Patrick Mahomes, what it means for him. This morning, let's talk about Jalen. Okay, Jalen, who can be the hero and stop the three-peat from happening. It'll be attached to him for the rest of his life, a la Eli and Tom Brady, which is great. So he has made history, by the way, just by getting back here, Jalen Hurts. We want to recognize that, acknowledge that, declare victory, celebrate. We haven't seen a quarterback lose in his first Super Bowl appearance and make it back since Jim Kelly in the early 90s. That's insane. And there have been 18 quarterbacks to drop their debut since then. So not a single one's gotten another crack at it until Jalen, fifth quarterback ever to appear in multiple Super Bowls by the age of 26. He's so young. He's up there with Brady, Big Ben, Russ, and Patrick Mahomes. Great company. And Patrick's maybe the GOAT, right? On another planet. But his greatness can't take away from and should not sort of like, I don't know what the word is, like desensitize us to how incredible young Jalen in the start of his career. Warren Moon, a Hall of Famer, bona fide first ballot, said he is a winner. It's rare stuff. And that's what he said to us. A win next Sunday puts him, get this, alongside Namath and Montana as the only quarterbacks to start and win both a Super Bowl and a college national championship in their careers. It doesn't happen as often as you think. And with everything that he's had to listen to all year, wouldn't it be so nice to see him cap it off on stage, preventing a three-peat, stopping, like he's the little prized possession. Everybody wants him to be the Obi-Wan Kenobi. Only you can stop this Chiefs buzzsaw from continuing. So I feel like we're trying to give Hamilton, before we do Hammer Time here and hit your animation, we're just trying to paint the picture. And I haven't been on the Twitter sphere. Like, is it getting better? Are we getting excited for this game? Are people getting over their AFC wounds here?
I'm still seeing a lot of tweets about it. I feel like we're moving slightly in that direction. I mean, Eagles fans don't care. They're excited. The rest of it, it's still going on, but hopefully we can turn that corner this weekend.
All right, let's do it. Who do you guys want to see at Super Bowl? Please hit us up at Up and Adam Show. Which guest do you want? Hamilton swinging big for Joe Burrow, swinging this hammer with Hammer Time. Yeah, let's do it. We've got our very own Thor in the building. If Thor knew everything about the NFL. Okay, I want to ask you, talk a little Jalen here. Chiefs offense rolling Sunday against the Bills. Hollywood, the speed, worthy. You heard from Luke Kuechly about this, of course. What stood out to you going through the tape and what it means for the Super Bowl?
Well, it was Xavier worthy. I think Andy Reid unleashed him in every imaginable way against the Bills. And I remember when he was drafted, it was, will he be Tyreek? Is he going to bring that downfield element back? Is he going to be Deshaun Jackson? He's something else entirely, and it's so much fun to watch. I love him. He's his own thing. Let's get into the tape, and we're going to play a little game of Where's Worthy. Here he is in the backfield next to Mahomes. Pacheco on the other side. They're going to do a little RPO look here. He's going to motion back behind Mahomes into the flat. The Bills are going to flow with this run blocking a little bit, and that lets him get the ball out in space. The perimeter blocks from Juju and Kelsey are perfect. And if you're even a step slow reacting to him and he gets that ball out in space, you're toast. He's able to turn that corner, pick up a first down. And this is a lot of what it is, moving around, getting him the ball in space. It's not what we kind of thought maybe those 50-plus yard passes downfield. It's a lot of this. Where's Worthy here? There he is. He's in the slot, empty backfield. He's going to come in motion here, a little jet sweep action. And watch how the Bills react to this. They're all flat-footed because it's an empty backfield. There's four other receivers. We can't overreact to that, and Mahomes will kill us somewhere else. So Worthy has that ball in space again. There's no one challenging him. You got Juju blocking a linebacker and Matt Milano out there doing an incredible job. And this is what I love about him, too. He sticks his foot in the ground. He's able to explode upfield. He's not like some receivers try to get down. They go out of bounds. They pick up 3-4 yards. He's looking to house it every time. And then here, another empty set. He's back behind Juju, stacked here. Juju's going to lift the coverage. He's going to slip out into flat. He's got Damar Hamlin, a safety, having to cover him here, which is hard enough. And then when you create traffic with this great play design and effort from Juju, it's just impossible. He's going to leak out into the flat. You get Hollywood taking the corner out of the way. The alignment and their ability to move him around creates so many mismatches. There is no one, I don't know if there's anyone in the league that can run with him, certainly not a safety. They'll get him matched up with some linebackers too. It's a great job by Andy Reid deploying him, and he's just gotten more and more comfortable and better as each week has gone on. And Kay, I wanted to show you a little something here. I know you love a next-gen stats heat map. You used to look at these Tyrann Mathieu and Minka Fitzpatrick back in the day. This is every spot. All those little blue dots are where Xavier Worthy lined up against the Bills alone in that game. He was in a different spot every single snap of the ball. It's insane.
Okay.
It's incredible to watch. I haven't seen really a
I don't
receiver
know what
used
that.
in this
Show
way.
me
It's
that
a
again.
little.
Is there a way to put that, Derek, our amazing director? Is there a way to put that so we can see it on screen while we're talking? I mean, this is
There we go.
Rorschach. This is like a personality disorder test on TikTok. Like, what am I looking at?
I probably so all those little blue dots. Everyone is where Xavier Worthy lined up during that Bills game.
Mhm.
So every single snap, he was in a different spot on the field. I've never seen one quite like this. It's a little Debo-ish. It's a little Tyree. But again, I
Hmm.
think Xavier Worthy is his own weapon, his own unique weapon, and they're using him in ways like we really haven't seen a receiver used before.
But are we going to use him in the ways that we thought we were going to see him used? Is there potential for that?
There's definitely potential for that at some point. A lot of the Chiefs passing game, it's been about the quicker passing game this year. That's all kind of by design. Maybe we see
Like,
them unleash it a little bit against the Eagles, but with
I'd
their
like to
ability
see
to
that a
generate a
little.
pass rush.
But
Yeah.
him in Hollywood, I just like to see a little sizzle, I know they got it going on, but I like to see, what we thought we were getting when we were getting Worthy. But I understand from your mind, it's even cooler to see these other ways. And I will say his combined rushing and receiving yards. You mentioned Debo, so I'm looking at this right now. It's 63 and a half right now on FanDuel Sportsbook, which I love because that's about his average, 66 yards per game over the second half of the season. It's what he's been doing consistently, and as Hammy is showing you with a heat map. That'll probably continue as he lines up all over the field and does all the fun things that Andy is scripting and then that Patrick is doing unscriptedly in the huddle. Okay, we're going to take a short break here. Let's talk Eli Manning, Kick of Destiny. He will be on the program. And then we have De'Von Achane on the show. What a year. Talk about a versatile weapon. Okay, I'll go. So funny.
You remember sitting in CBS looking at those heat maps?
Kind of, but it's like such a blur, like but like I get it, but it's just
Yeah.
it is like it's just real geeky,
Oh yeah. No, I know.
real
I knew you
next
would.
level. I
I knew
enjoy
you
it.
would enjoy that. Yeah.
No, Derek got in my ear and said, "Here comes the heat map," and I said, "Oh shit, I haven't seen one of those in a while."
Yeah. I had to because I legit have never seen one that looks like that. It's crazy.
Mm. I don't know who I think is going to win this game. I'm very excited. I'm getting very
I
excited for the
know.
game.
It's going to be. It really is going to be an all timer. I think.
I think yeah. Eagles, Chiefs. Where was the first one? Miami? No.
Arizona. The Chiefs' first one was in Miami against the Niners. The first Eagles Chiefs one was in Arizona.
What's the Eagle one I didn't go to? That was Eagles Patriots.
Yes, Minnesota.
Where was that? Minnesota. Guys, I
Yeah.
didn't go to a game. I had no interest in the cold. Isn't that, if you ever have a question about
Mhm.
my non-love
I mean,
and it's inside, by the way, of course.
yeah.
Yeah, but you had to go outside or some crazy stuff. I just
Oh,
remember,
it
and
was.
it was like that. There were two Super Bowls that I left. Oh, I don't. This is just me. I'm not going to get into this. I
Uh,
think 28-3. I was eating soup at home. I think I left that one too. We had a
it's
show the
over.
next day at
The
like 3 in
Falcons
the
got
morning.
this.
We had a show the next morning at
So
like 3 a.m.
yeah. So is the comeback on you then? The comeback happened after you left.
Don't do that to me because I want to go to this game and then it'll be on me, whatever happens. And no, thank you.
Yeah,
No, thank you,
it's
my
gonna
friend.
happen either way.
Um, Whatever. You should be thanking me. I did just put you on the spot about Eli being a first ballot Hall of Famer. You are a lucky man.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Spared you. I'm excited to talk to Achan.
Yes, I know. He's what an incredible year from him.
Yay! Where's he coming to us from? lot of these players are living in Houston. Houston's too big for me, and I love New York, but Houston's bigger than New York in my head.
Here's Achane, a hole and a touchdown for Miami.
All right, let's do it. Oh my gosh, what a short highlight, but there's so many of them we're going to get into right now. That run right there, that got this next guest to be the first player, people, in Dolphins history to have at least 6 rushing touchdowns and 6 receiving touchdowns in a season. De'Von Achane, welcome to the show. I have not
Thank
talked
you
to you
for
in a long
having me. How you
time.
doing? Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. You're in the off-season mode. We're watching
Yeah.
that play. What did it mean to you? Did you know you were making history in that moment? And this is just your second year in the freaking league.
I mean, I didn't know at that moment, but I mean, it means a lot, that I could, do that for like this franchise. But when you're in the game, you don't be pretty much. Well, I don't be thinking about stats. I just be trying to play football and win the game.
Well, it's working for you. And do you know what you now have in common with Christian McCaffrey, Matt Forte, Alvin Kamara, Shady McCoy?
I guess it got something to do with touchdown passes.
No, it's got something to do with receptions. You led all running backs in receptions this season. Where are these stats people in Miami? They're not gassing you up. Do you need me to come down there?
No, I just like to stay humble and stay level head. I don't like think about all that because then they start messing with you.
I mean, you're versatile, but you were really catching the ball a ton. You were catching something like 90% of the targets coming your way from Tua and company. Can you see yourself? Do you want to play in the slot more?
I mean, I don't got no problem with it. I feel like the usage that I was there, I feel like it was good enough. I still, want to play running back, but I still don't have no problem with, going in line up at receiver.
What's your favorite, you're humble. What's the favorite thing I mean, is it the touchdowns we're talking about? Is it the versatility? Is it I don't know, the yards after catch, which is 673 first among running backs?
Mhm. I just feel like, as a running back, you don't see that often, be lined up, at receiver and runner, certain type of routes. So, I feel like, I try to, keep my head on and, make sure, that I keep going every week and focusing on, like catching the ball because like that's something I pride myself in. So I mean, the ability that I have, I feel like I can do a lot. So when you're a running back that can be moved around and stay in the game, I feel like you add more value.
And you certainly did that. I mean, 1.3% drop rate, 4th in the league. The metrics are crazy. I think I got to go down to Miami and hype you up. But can you just talk me through one of my favorite touchdowns from this year? Can I show it to you?
All right.
Hey, Chan, do you not want to talk about yourself? What do you want to talk about? Let's do this. Talk me through this. It's a 50-yard rushing touchdown against the Niners.
Uh, so basically, it's crazy about the touchdown because the defense they was mad at me because they had to come back on the field, but I tell them I apologize, but in my head, I feel like the offense, we was due like for a long run, so I had it in my mind that I was scoring. I wasn't falling at the one, and like you said, the Niners are a great team, man. Just based off with not looking at their record on paper, they're a great team. Uh, so like to do that against them, it was it's my first time playing them, so. Like I said, I got a lot of great players. Though it was fun playing against Fred. You can see like he's
Yeah.
really a great playmaker. So to have that run against them, I feel like it's a moment that I remember.
I love that that's what you remember because it is Fred. It is that,
Yeah,
it is that team. It's that pedigree. But want to know why it's my favorite from the year?
yeah. No,
It's
yes, I want to
you
know.
are you are so it is like the most casual, and I've watched a lot of touchdowns. It is the most
Uh,
casual 50-yard touchdown of my lifetime. You look like you don't care. You look like you're just like effortless. You're so fast. Like this is the easiest breeze touchdown ever.
yeah, I hear that a lot. People always saying, "Do it like you running." I mean, I just feel like that's like that's my running style. I try to
Hmm.
be as calm as possible because I feel like when you straining, like it's not really like helping.
Deb, you look like a Pro Bowl running back to me.
I thought so too.
What happened? What are your thoughts? That's crazy.
Oh,
Snub of the year.
oh, oh no, man. Your guess is best as mine, but I mean, it just makes me just keep working and just hopefully next year uh hopefully I get it this time. So man, it just congratulations to all the guys that made it. But like you said, it just just makes you go out there, just keep working hard and just making sure that my third year is better than my second.
What do you want to work on for year 3? Because 12 total touchdowns, just under 1,500 yards, all the adversity. Like your first year, like let's just be honest, it was pretty easy swimming. Like you had hard work, of course, but like things were clicking. It was hype, celebration, all that. That was not the second year experience for you, even though despite you having personal greats and personal things, sort of sitting here removed now 3 weeks, like week 18 is a couple weeks ago. Uh, what are you reflecting on? Like, what do you make of that 2024 season? What's the lesson?
You can always get better at anything. I feel like,
Mm.
just breaking down film, after the season, I always watch all the games. And I feel like, I kind of left with like some big runs on the table, and that I know that like that I wish I could have back. And so I feel like my third year going into the season, I haven't hit 1,000-yard mark rushing yet, so that's something that's in
Okay.
mind. So I feel like that's something that I could have did last year, but just like be missing some runs, which I could have had back. So I feel like it's always something to work on. And no matter what type of season you have, I feel like
Yeah.
you can always get better at something.
1,500 yards and 12 touchdowns, and you think that there's stuff left on the table. That is scary. That is a terrifying thought as you go into the future. Is it when you think about, 2-6, you're sitting there, you climb back, you finish 6-3. How frustrating is that to have the season end when you guys just started putting it together?
It's very frustrating, but I feel like that we're grown men. We do as a team that like we dug ourselves in this hole. But
Mhm.
I feel like it just shows the kind of character we got on the team that each and every day like we blessed to have this opportunity to go out there and play. So I feel like we just do that. Like if we got a game on Sunday, no matter what our record is, go out here and give 110%. And I feel like as long as you got that mindset, no matter what your record is, and we see that you can turn it around anytime. But obviously it sucks.
Yeah.
Our season ended when we start, getting together. So hope if we'd have figured it out a little earlier, the season would have been better. But
But it's
we kind of dug
injuries too.
ourselves
It's
in there.
only what you can control. And then people mid-season are trying to get rid of your coach. They're saying he's not the one. But when you end a season and you dig yourself out of the hole with adversity, what does that say about your coach? 6-3 to end the season, 2-6 to start.
Um, fans they gonna. People now they gonna blame. They can put the blame on anybody. We know what's going on inside our building. I think we have a great coach. He understands. He's very smart. He know how to put his playmakers in space. He know how to get person who hot the ball, and just his scheme, and he know what he's doing. So
Yeah.
long as the team and organization got trust in him, that's really the only thing that matters. The Dolphin organization, we really not worried about other people saying we don't need him because I mean if it was easy, everybody be doing his job.
I mean, it's easy for you to have 1,500 total yards. I still can't get over that there's more left on the table. Are we talking about like a 2K season next year out of Achan?
Yeah, I hope so. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Why not?
I love that. Why not? Oh, listen, there's a lot of talk with Miami. It's a hot franchise. Everybody wants them to be competitive. You have the talent. Phillips, Tua, they're coming back. They're going to be great. Everybody's going to try to be healthy to start the season. There's an idea that you need more, that you need more dogs in the building. Do you think that you need more? And what does this team need to be competitive and win a Super Bowl?
Last year, bro, if you think about it, we had a great team. I would say that like we got dogs. We just need for more people to bring it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't
Hmm.
say we need more as in like gotta go get other people, but I mean, as you said, like last year's team not gonna be the same with this year's team. So I feel like we know how the season went last year. So this year we should you know make sure that we don't run into those little areas where we like all right that we playing game by game. I feel like we
Okay.
should come into the season ready and knowing what we capable of and what we know what we capable of. We all on one cylinder. I feel like we're a hard team to beat.
So you have all the pieces. We're looking forward to 2024. As we look at the Super Bowl, I imagine Saquon's got your attention.
Yeah.
What do you think about him? Just like the impact he's had at the position. You're trying to be more versatile. You're trying to like these running backs, like the whole way we're looking at running backs has to change after what's gone on this year with you, with other players, with the impact that they've made this year. But Saquon is unreal.
Nah, most definitely. Like, yeah, he different. Like, all I don't just say like too many people that's like good, but like he one of those people. Like as you can see, like he puts on every Sunday. He's out there. He's busting his tail, and I mean his stats speaks for itself. I mean, what other way? I mean, as you say, like he just bringing more value to our position. And man, I got I just want to congratulate him, and hopefully Super Bowl. We gonna see what he can do.
You're good friends with an Eagle, so I don't even know if I'm going to ask you to pick who you think's going to win the Super Bowl. But you grew up in the same neighborhood with one of the Eagles' wide receivers. Do you ever ask Smith about Saquon, or like, do you have like no?
No, I never asked him about that because I mean I feel like after the season, that's
Yeah,
when we talk more and then we get into all that. But man, I'm happy for the Nines and hopefully they go
yeah.
out there and it's gonna be a great game. Like you said, like Chiefs they trying to do a three-peat and like you said the Eagles they trying to win. So it's like I can't wait to watch it, man. It's gonna be a good game though.
Anaya Smith, of course, friend of yours, and I'm assuming because of him picking the Eagles.
I ain't gonna. I
You
don't
don't
know. I don't
know?
want to. I don't want to no side. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know who's going to win the Super Bowl? You have no thoughts?
I don't. I mean,
Okay.
if Saquon going off, that's gonna be a hard team to beat. But obviously, but you got Mahomes, bro. Like it's I don't know. It's hard.
Who would you want to win? Do you want to see the greatness of a three-peat team, or do you want to see it ending?
I mean, no, I need the Eagles to win. I got too many. I got too many homeboys who Chiefs fans.
That's a good reason. That's a good
Yeah.
reason to do that. I love that. We love hanging out with you. Anything else you want to tell us about just like the Miami Dolphins, their season? What are you doing this offseason? What's your offseason going to look like?
Uh, more of still trying to make sure I'm still prepared to go out there
Mhm.
run routes at receiver. So I always keep that in mind. And then after that, man, just get to work, man. And just making sure that we get together with all the guys and make sure we always have like one of those sessions where we get our timing down because this offense is a time offense and we want to come in clicking all cylinders and ready to go week one.
Mhm. I want to learn how to play Madden, and I think I heard that you're one of the better Twitch/Madden players. So maybe sometime this offseason you can teach me a thing or two. That's
Yeah, I
what I'd
got you.
like to do this offseason. You got me?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, when it comes to video games, good talk.
You're the
Got
goat. The
you. Yeah,
Pro Bowler, all pro, all the things. I love that. All right, Devin, we appreciate it so much. Thank you for the time. Good luck. What a year. I can't wait for your 2K season. It's written now. Putting it out
thank you.
there.
Yeah,
All right,
it's in the
talk to
air
you
now.
soon. We'll take a short break. Eli Manning is on the show after this. Ham.
Yeah.
Okay. Ham.
Okay, great.
Super interesting. They weren't ready to start the season. What is that?
That's what. Yeah. I think it seemed like he was saying like they were focused on the bigger goals instead of taking it game by game. Like
No, he said that they
they had
weren't ready.
their
No, he twice said, go listen to that again.
yeah,
He
yeah.
twice said
But
that
no,
they
I
got to
think
be
it was
ready
in
to
the
start the season. So he didn't blame it on
yeah,
injuries. He didn't blame it on
yeah,
anything. He's talked about starting the season strong. That's the 2-6.
yeah. Yeah, because even before the injuries, they didn't look quite like themselves. Like the second half of the season, they looked like the team we expected to see.
I had
Um,
not heard that
yeah,
out of anyone.
yeah, and it seemed to be rather yeah. I'll
You know that
listen
I
to it
can't use
again, but
eye
yeah,
drops right now.
oh no, your
Mhm.
nightmare. No coffee, no eye drops. Oh boy.
No coffee, no eye drops. Like literally, good luck to you. Your nightmare. That's
Yeah.
what you have to deal with next week.
God. Next week
Mhm.
too. Oh boy.
Probably. I don't freaking know. I'm dying over
Yeah,
here.
man.
Okay, Achan. That was interesting. 2K would be fun.
Yeah, that would be.
Um, I mean, it's Tyreek saying. Tyreek said we need more dogs in here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But kind of,
He's
he said a lot of things in this interview. I'm just saying. He said they don't
yeah.
have. He basically. I have to rewatch it. I don't want to speak out of turn, but he basically said they need a
Yeah.
vocal person, somebody to get them going. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen to it again. He says he didn't say. He says like he said we don't need dogs. We need somebody to get us going. We should listen to that. That was
Yeah.
strange.
That was.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's incredible. So, and again, like the demeanor, talking about those plays matches how effortless it looks
doesn't-
and
yeah,
casual it
it's
looks
like-
for him to make them.
He's like gets annoyed that I want to like hype him up. What are we doing?
Yeah. It's a 50-yard touchdown. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Eli. I'm sorry, I was not ready for that highlight to be so short. I was.
FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
A little stiff. What, do you got a job interview?
I'm doing the FanDuel Kick of Destiny 3. I'll finally be a kicker, like I always dreamed.
Yes. You'll never be a kicker, Eli. You'll just have to be a quarterback like me and Dad.
The FanDuel Kick of Destiny is my destiny, Peyton.
Not if I make it first.
FanDuel, Kick of Destiny 3. Make your free pick now and may the best Manning win. New customers bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets.
Okay, I cannot wait for this. My next guest, a two-time Super Bowl champion, two-time Super Bowl MVP, Hall of Fame finalist, Eli Manning. How are you feeling as you are embarking upon what might be the greatest week ever?
I'm feeling great. You know, I've been training a lot for my kick. It's an honor to be with FanDuel's Super Bowl ad, their Kick of Destiny, third time. I think it's gonna be the charm. There's gonna be a winner. I'm going against Peyton. Obviously, $10 million jackpot at stake. So trying to convince everybody, go Team Eli on this. I've been grinding for the last 6 weeks, and I think I might actually turn pro and just go back in the NFL as a kicker. I don't have to hit it anymore, so it's really been good for me.
I'm very excited for you. How have you been preparing in contrast to your big brother? Have you been getting expert coaching advice, I heard, from some former kickers?
Yeah, I mean, I've gone back. I mean, Robbie Gould. I've been kind of talking with him. Lawrence Tynes, former Giants kicker. A lot of advice from him. I've been here at the Pro Bowl, so got the kickers here. Aubrey for the Cowboys. He's an expert at 50+ yarders, and really just worry about the warm up routine. Like, how's the best play to start? And I went back 6 weeks ago. I started with Nerf balls. I started with the Nerf ball, kind of just no step kick, one step kick, gradually growing up to the NFL ball. And now, I mean, I just feel really good. I feel like a kicker, and I always knew I wanted to be a kicker. And now this is my opportunity to shine.
What is the longest kick you have hit so far?
You know what? I'm treating this like a marathon, in the sense when you train for a marathon, you never actually run the marathon before. You kind of train up to it. I mean, and so I've only been at 20 yards so far, but it's got the distance, at least 40, 45, I'd say. But it's all part of the training of the regiment of getting there. I'll probably kick some 25-yarders next week and just make sure I'm all dialed in. But just there was a game plan here. Okay, it's all about the game plan, sticking to the game plan, even if you feel like you can go beyond and accelerate that. You don't. You stick to it and you stay with it.
How do we get Peyton off of his game? What's the real weakness to it? Why should I pick you over Peyton? Is he going to over prepare, over practice? Is he going to, are you going to get in his head? What's the Peyton, Eli over Peyton advantage?
I think it's just that he's really old. It's not so much, it's just his weakness as an athlete. He's never played soccer in his life. He's never, really done anything except play quarterback his entire childhood and into adulthood. So there's really just like he's starting from square one and has zero experience. He didn't even know if he was right-footed or left-footed 6 weeks ago. So he's been working both sides, and I think he's just lost right now.
What's your kicking foot?
I'm right foot.
Right, right. I can't wait. Kick of Destiny 3. It is taking place live in New Orleans, Super Bowl Sunday. Over 1.1 million people have already made their pick. So you're saying you'll win, Peyton will win. Really, everybody gets to win partnering with FanDuel on this amazing opportunity. Who is Archie voting for? Who's he picking?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, I am the baby.
Thanks.
I am the favorite of my parents.
That's what I hear.
And so, I think he expects me to win. I know he'll say the politically correct things if he gets interviewed on this, but kind of amongst family, close friends, privately to me, I don't know if he's rooting for me, but he expects me to win, I would say.
It is a big week for FanDuel, big week for Kick of Destiny. I said you might have the best week, coolest week, most successful week ever because you have the chance to three-peat at the Pro Bowl games. So sorry, Mahomes, it's all about you versus Peyton there again. You can become a first ballot Hall of Famer or win the Kick of Destiny. Which one is most important to you?
Oh, I mean, I'd say that's close. I think just kind of treating it in progression of the week, and it starts with the Pro Bowl, and like you said, it's an opportunity to go for a three-peat. And I think that's kind of the big headline right now. It's not Kansas City and Mahomes going for a three-peat. It's NFC, Eli Manning going for the Pro Bowl flag football three-peat. I mean, I'm already the winningest coach in flag football Pro Bowl history. And so, 2-1 just doesn't sound that cool. 3-0 sounds much better. So starting there, then obviously with the Hall of Fame, just see what happens, and but still, it's all about my prep for this Kick of Destiny and beating Peyton there. So to go 2-0 against Peyton and within basically a week from Sunday to Sunday, that's the ultimate game plan right there.
Why did I know in my 5 a.m. meeting today that you were going to totally neglect the Hall of Fame in this joke throwaway question about what's important? I heard you say to The Athletic that it won't even ruin your week if you don't get in. Why are we downplaying the Hall of Fame? Do you not, Eli, you are about to end one of the longest standing barguments across the nation. Josh and Chad sitting at Maxwell's or wherever in Hoboken in their quarter zips, like they will have nothing to talk about once this is decided. Don't you understand the gravity of this?
I mean, maybe I like being the attention. Maybe I want to extend this a few more years, and keeps me in the news, keeps me relevant. If they have this debate, so hopefully, I can prolong this for years and years and years. So it gives people things to talk about. So I think
Hopefully.
it's obviously, it's an honor to be included. It's an honor to be talked about, to make it to the 15. And it's one of those things you can't control it. So why worry about it? Why, one way or the other, it's not that I'm not going to lose sleep over this next week. I'm going to enjoy being in New Orleans no matter what. And so it's just one of those things you have no control over it, and it's not going to change my impact on my my thoughts around the NFL, my thoughts about my playing career and everything going on. So it'll be fun, and just enjoy the week.
In my argument for it, I would just say you deserve first ballot for taking down Brady twice. A lot of people around Hoboken, around the world are saying that during the Patriots dynasty, where there was so much fatigue, but it feels like the Chiefs are getting even more now. So many people are just tired. They want it to be disruptive. And then I thought about getting to talk to you today, and thank you for making the time. I know you're so busy. Jalen Hurts kind of has that in his path a little bit, right? Him and the Eagles. What is his life going to be like if he is the guy who ends this rampant Chiefs fatigue?
Well, I think it's not about when you win a championship, it's not about who you beat or taking down someone else. It's about what you've accomplished with your teammates as an organization, with your coaches, what it means for your family, for your fans, all the people that you played high school football, you played college football, that have been a part of that journey. They get to all say, kind of, we're champions and we did this. And so that's what it's about. It's not quarterback versus quarterback. It is team versus team, all coming together to do something truly special. And so that's, you almost, are excited for those guys. They get the opportunity to experience that and feel that for the first time, to be a champion. The Saquon Barkleys and Jalen Hurts, a lot of people obviously on the Eagles. And so it's hard for me to say I'm, rooting for the Eagles, a team you play against my whole career for so many years. And but obviously, Saquon's a dear friend and teammate. You wished for players to have that feeling and have that emotions going through them as they win their first championship. And so in my world, I root for players. I don't root for teams anymore. Obviously, I root for the Giants and everything. But besides that, guys, I've gotten to know Jalen Hurts. He's came to our passing academy. He's been on the Manning cast. You root for the guys that are good guys. They work hard, and what it would mean to them.
It's funny that you're talking about these championships. Like every championship is what it is in its vacuum and it's whatever, but some of them are more iconic and meaningful than others. You're down. I mean, you literally won over Jets fans by beating Tom Brady. You don't consider that an accolade? Like this is bigger than just for Giants fans or your locker room, these wins, right?
No doubt, no doubt. And like you said, I mean, for when we beat the Patriots, we had all the fans in the AFC East with the Dolphins and the Bills and the Jets, like they all are become fans and thank me. I see them, they're like, hey, I really don't like the Giants or you, but thank you for beating the Patriots. So you kind of get them on your side for at least that game. And obviously it was a period where the Patriots were in Super Bowls, winning a lot of Super Bowls, and kind of like the Chiefs have now. Sometimes people just want something different. They're like, we love the Chiefs, we love Andy Reid, we love Mahomes, we love Kelsey, we love Steve Spagnuolo, but like, hey, I'd like to see something maybe a little different. And that's I mean, it's a credit to Kansas City what they've been able to do and how successful they've been these past years, and their unbelievable organization and team. And so I think, you kind of just from the vibe of being around, you see a lot of people rooting for the Eagles just to see something different.
Well said. We'll see if Jalen can be that guy because that'll be what he's known for years to come, or at least part of his lore, right? In when you're looking at the NFL history books. I wanted to ask you about, there was this just viral moment. I know you've been, you're obviously like doing your Pro Bowl kick of destiny, first ballot Hall of Fame week. Cam Newton said yesterday, and it was like took the world by storm because it's sort of an alt take. He said on ESPN on First Take that he would that he would not trade his league MVP 2015 for a Super Bowl championship. I want to ask you, would you give up one of your Super Bowl rings for a league MVP?
Oh, can you hear me? You froze up on me a little bit there, Kay. Hopefully you can
you
hear
hear
me.
me?
But yeah, I heard the question, and with Cam there.
Oh no, we're losing Eli. This is plotted by Eli, who doesn't want to answer that question. Oh man, I think we lost our friend Eli. Well, that was still pretty amazing. Should we take a break? Okay, we'll take a short break. We will try to get Eli back in the YouTube exclusive. It's why you should be subscribed. Eli, did you hear my question? Sorry.
Yeah, I heard the question with Cam Newton, and I saw some of the a little bit of the clips, kind of saying that he wouldn't trade in his MVP for a championship. And I think it's one of those deals where, hey, Cam is proud of his MVP award, and he has every right to be. He had an unbelievable season and a great deserving of that award. And I think obviously in these hypothetical worlds, could you go back and trade it, and how you feel about it? I mean, again, I don't take much into hypothetical situations. I think, as players, you like to feel like, hey, I'm doing my job. I want to be prepared. I want to go out there and play the best of my ability. And this is a team sport, and you got to rely on people around you as well. But, I think, obviously most people And a lot of, not most, but a lot of people, and they want to win championships, and they want, you saw it this year, Saquon Barkley sitting out the last season of the regular season, the last game of the regular season, when he had a chance to go for the rushing record. Hey, if he gets the rushing record, he might be the MVP, right? I mean, it's hard to not to vote for a guy who set a rushing record that's been around
Mhm.
for 30, 40 years and not have the MVP. But he said, hey, this is what's best for the team. This is what I'm being advised to do. Sit out, be healthy for the playoffs, make this run. Obviously paid off. He's been tremendous during the playoffs and a chance to win a championship. And I think that's the ultimate goal, to be a great team player and do your part, do what's best for the team to try to win a championship.
I looked up so much of just your thoughts on Saquon this year. So positive. Obviously, you were with him back in 2018, his rookie year. It's got to hurt a little bit, right? Like, how much lying are you doing about how nice it is to watch what he's doing? And everybody knew he'd be this impact player. He'd get there, the culture, the leader he is, the man he is, the human he is, what he can do on the field, offensive line. Did you really think it would be this? Did you really think it would be 2,000 yards and potentially lifting a Lombardi?
I think it's hard to imagine anyone's rush for over 2,000 yards and have the season that he did, just because it's not done very often, especially in this pass happy NFL league. But no, I'm not surprised by the outcome, just because I know the type of person he is, the type of competitor he is, how talented he is, and you put him in a terrific situation there in Philadelphia, maybe one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. Strong quarterback, two great receivers, strong tight end. So they have weapons all around, a rushing quarterback that they can do the read option. So, it sets up opportunities for him, to have some of those, game breaking plays. And that's what you see, it's him having the 60 yarders. And at any point he can break one, he can make that one guy miss. You saw the first play last week on the toss sweep and making guys miss and scoring touchdowns. So, some people might get tackled for a 15-yard gain there, but with his ability, he takes it 60 for the touchdown. And so, no, I couldn't be happier for him. He's in a great situation, and he's made the most of this opportunity.
We want these Giants to be in a great situation. 2025. I saw that you said that you'd be happy to scout. I think you told the New York Post that you would help scout the new Giants quarterback that you pop and film. When this week is done and you're happy and you win the kick of destiny with FanDuel over Peyton Manning, I want to know, you're popping in that first quarterback tape. Who's are you picking first and putting in?
It's I mean, obviously there's a couple names out there, which is Shador.
Mhm.
You got Cam Ward, Jackson Darts. Obviously, he's kind of, his name's popping up a little bit more.
Yep.
Known Jackson a long time through Ole Miss, and watching him these past 3 years and gotten to know him personally. But it's different either being at a game or watching a game on TV and then watching the film, where you really kind of look and see, hey, what's this play? What do I think the progression would be? And are the quarterbacks, are they going through progressions? Are they getting the ball out on time? Are they throwing it before receivers are coming out of their breaks? Are they taking sacks when they don't have to? So you just look at all those things. And all these quarterbacks, the thing about them is there is a lot of film. They've played a lot of games. And so at this time, their senior year or their last year in college, it should be at a high level, and you want to see, have they learned, have they fixed their mistakes, are they getting better, and you think they have room to grow? And so, I think it's interesting. Just I think that's what you're looking at as a scout, from a quarterback mentality, or will their game transfer easily to the NFL, and their ability, where they have to make fast decisions, they have to get the ball out on time. There's
Mhm.
obviously, you want to look at that ability to create and do those things, but that doesn't happen all that often. That happens, hey, maybe it happens a couple times a game, but that's the exception. It's great to have that ability when you need it, but you can't rely on that all game. You're going to get hit, you're going to get beat up, you're going to make, it's going to create fumbles and some bad plays as well.
I met Jackson Dart. I'm not a college football fan. Eli, I don't have room in my heart for it, but I met him, loved everything about him, started following him a little bit. And I thought he was lying to me when he said his name was Jackson Dart. I was like, there's no way. There's no way you're it's the craziest name. Like, and I know that he spoke really highly of you, all the Mannings, and his name's getting buzzy. I'm excited to see what happens with him. You're doing Pro Bowl. Let's get back to that before I let you go. Joe Burrow was like the story last night on Twitter, how serious he was, how mad he was. I know he's on your brother's team, but how would he be as a kicker? Is he the one that you'd pick and draft to win the kick of destiny out of the current 32?
Ooh, that is a good question. I don't
Thanks.
know. I don't know if I see
Who'd be your
Joe as a
pick?
kicker. I'm gonna go. I'll probably go Lamar Jackson. Just like I want the athlete. He seems like he could probably kind of do anything. He can run, he can throw, he can jump, he could probably kick as well. Just throw him in the mix. But yeah, last night we had the skills competition. All the quarterbacks did well. Obviously, I don't know why Jared Goff's not getting some attention. He won the thing. He had the most points. Sure, he had more time because we had our guys. We answered more trivia questions, and Burrow did not have much time, and drilled the 5-pointer at the end as the clock went down. But I thought it was a great competition, and I love all our quarterbacks, and all these guys were taking it serious, and that's the fun part. They're here. It is flag football. It's a great time for them to relax with their families, but they're all dialed in. They're asking good questions about the rules of flag football, about the playbook, about everything going on. So, proud of all our guys. I know Peyton, he was missing guys for their team picture this morning. Guys didn't show up for their practice. They had guys not being at the skills practice. Our guys in the NFC are dialed in. They know what this means for me. And it's just, I think we're going to be rewarded by it. And I'm just happy that they're all just, taking this so serious. And Peyton is getting very frustrated, which is also.
Which we love. We want to get under his skin. That's a win for everybody. We've got Pro Bowl competition. You're going to
coming
3-peat.
out.
Yeah, I'm voting for you. You gave us time on the show. So I'm picking you with FanDuel. So everyone's clear. You have a free pick, everybody. Kick of Destiny 3 right now on FanDuel. Is it Team Eli, like the Up and Adam show, or is it Team Peyton? You can win an equal share of $10 million in bonus bets if you make the correct pick. Watch live at 3 p.m. on Super Bowl Sunday. Eli, thank you so much. Good luck. Hall of Famer in our hearts. If you can hear me. He's got things to do. Let poor Eli go. There's a lot to unpack there from old Eli picking. Hamilton, there was a Ravens kicking. The Lamar thing he could not have done. Didn't go there. Joe Burrow, serious, dialed in. Hold on, we have to defer my Mac OS Sonoma 14.7 minor update.
I heard that. Yeah. Also, he's so locked in on beating Peyton, he didn't even want to say anything positive about Joe Burrow because Burrow's on Peyton's team. He kind of deflected that whole thing and wanted to talk about Jared Goff.
He went right to the age. That's the real headline here, as I thought he would. Yeah. I basically told you everything Eli was going to say this morning. He's going to go right for the jugular. Like, let's old man hamstring. He's going to completely not want to talk about the Hall of Fame. But I think
and Tim Brown pulling out the internet as soon as it starts getting, the Cam question comes.
But what goals? Yeah, I know, literally. Like, oh, okay. So funny. What was I going to say about what he said Shador first. I just wanted to hear which name he'd say first. Yeah. Because Eli's very bright and knows, I just think he thinks about processes that before he says it. I thought that was interesting. Love catching up with him. I'm trying to think of the other. There's something else that stuck out that now I can't freaking remember. I can't remember now. I did want to ask him if anybody from, he said about scouting quarterbacks. Did somebody reach out? Did anybody say you should do that? Anybody take that seriously when you said that? Oh, I would say this about the Hall of Fame thing, the luxury to be able to think that way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I was thinking that too. Just being that much of a made.
Just the ability to be able to and it's not even just to be able to handle your world that way, to say, and I believe him.
Yeah.
I do. I believe he's not sweating it. I believe he's like, it's not in my control. Just that is like, I wish I had that. I have none of that.
Yeah.
Like that he's like, I can't control it. I'm just going to live my life and it's not going to ruin my week. But then again, if you're like other Hall of Famers who've been like I'm not going to mention them, but the ones that campaign and are heartbroken and downtrodden about it. Like,
Yeah.
I did like, and I liked his little bit about,
but I think it's also,
go ahead. I hate this delay. Oh my gosh. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, I was going to say, I think that's also, that's part of what made Eli throughout his entire career, was just being, he never sweated anything, no deficit, no moment, like phased him at all. And he was just kind of in the moment doing everything that he could control.
Who has the better clutch gene, him or Peyton, for Kick of Destiny 3?
I mean, they obviously both have some Super Bowls in there, but it's hard not to go Eli. And like you think about the iconic Super Bowl throws that he's made, those iconic Super Bowl moments. Don't
you think Peyton
it's
will
impossible not to go
overprepare?
Eli. Oh yeah, he'll end up like wearing out his leg over practicing or something.
Or just like overthinking, but he never overthought it. That's the problem. You can't say that they never got him before. I don't know how much it's preparation or how much it's just like letting it rip. Like Gronk over practice. He's been so honest about that. I think Gronk's, obviously probably just being part of FanDuel Fan helping. The youth might have a thing or two to say about it. What a week for Eli.
Okay.
My dad just said, liked Eli Manning on your show. Chester watching the show.
Yes. Let's go, Chester.
Him downplaying. Yeah. You know what else, though, if you're Eli, you don't want to, it was a brand new thought to me. Like, you don't want to be known as just the Brady killer, but you are. I think there's like genuine thoughts on that, where it is like, no, it's about the team. There's a part of that sucks.
Yeah. But those Super Bowl runs, I think, like for Giants fans especially, it's like it's beyond the Brady aspect. Like beating the 15-1 Packers that year, like there were so many going into Lambeau and it's like -20 and beating Favre and to get to that Super Bowl. Like it wasn't just those two games. There were so many other moments from him that were such a big part of it too.
Guys, Kick of Destiny 3. It's why we got Eli Manning today. Please go make your free pick for the Kick of Destiny 3 winner. It's not a make or miss. It's a who's going to make it. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know much, but it's $10 million in bonus bets. If you make the correct pick, go have some fun on FanDuel. It's where you should be putting up all of your sports bets, over 500 props and fun. And we'll see you from New Orleans next week.